It's August 2025, and the air in the global music scene feels electric. Not because of a sudden genre shift, nor because of a viral newcomer storming the charts. This electricity is something far more familiar. The kind of energy that has a name, a face, and a voice that has already changed the game. That name is Jungkook. If you've been anywhere near a music chart, a playlist, or a TikTok feed lately, you've probably heard the beats of 7, the hypnotic rhythm of 3D, or the soul-stirring pulse of Standing Next to You. These tracks aren't just songs anymore. They're cultural touchstones, embedded in playlists from Seoul to Sao Paulo, from London to Los Angeles. But here's the thing. Jungkook's current dominance isn't a lucky break. It's the result of artistry, relentless work ethic, and an emotional connection with fans that goes deeper than numbers on a chart. And this month, August 2025, we're seeing that dominance hit new peaks, defying the usual life cycle of pop music releases. Most songs have a moment. They debut, they peak, and then they fade to make room for the next trend. Jungkook's songs, however, refuse to follow the rules. 7, originally released in 2023, should by all industry logic have slowed down by now. Instead, it's still pulling millions of streams daily, recently crossing another milestone in global Spotify rankings. And then there's 3D, the infectious collaboration with Jack Harlow, which has just earned new certifications in France, the UK, and Australia this month. Meanwhile, Standing Next to You, the slow burn anthem from his debut album Golden, is suddenly back in the spotlight after fans launched a coordinated streaming project on TikTok and Spotify. One music journalist put it perfectly. Jungkook's songs don't just peak, they orbit the top. His music is like a comet that keeps returning, brighter every time. So why are people still listening 2 years later? The answer goes beyond catchy hooks. For 7, the appeal is its emotional honesty, wrapped in a pop-perfect melody. It's both playful and romantic, with lyrics that speak to timeless devotion. Fans relate to it not just as a summer bop, but as an expression of love and commitment. 3D, on the other hand, rides on swagger and attitude. Its production fuses retro 2000s R&B with modern beats, making it both nostalgic and fresh. The song feels like a wink to music history, while still being very much Jungkook's own. And then there's Standing Next to You, a song that has become a fan favorite for weddings, anniversaries, and even military welcome home events. Its live performances are a spectacle, with Jungkook often using it as the emotional climax of his setlist. One of the most fascinating parts of the story is how much of Jungkook's chart success in 2025 is fan-powered. When BTS went on military hiatus, fans made a quiet promise. They would keep the members' music alive no matter what. Army streaming teams, scattered across continents, began coordinating through Twitter, now X, Discord, and TikTok. They shared streaming schedules, playlist tips, and ways to outsmart algorithm drops. The result? Standing Next to You shot back up on Spotify's Viral 50 in multiple countries 2 years after its release. This wasn't just nostalgia, it was a statement. We're still here, and so is Jungkook. It's easy to forget, now that Jungkook is an established solo superstar, that these songs were part of his debut era. 7, 3D, and Standing Next to You weren't just singles. They were defining moments. 7 marked his first real step into global pop domination. It wasn't just popular in South Korea. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, a feat most K-pop acts only dream about. 3D proved his versatility, crossing over into urban radio markets and even getting play on mainstream American hip-hop stations. And Standing Next to You solidified him as a live performance powerhouse with Grammy-worthy vocals that silenced even his critics. Now in 2025, those 3 songs stand as a trilogy of proof. Jungkook's artistry is both timeless and borderless. Part of what makes this current chart dominance so surprising is that Jungkook spent the better part of the last year fulfilling his mandatory military service in South Korea. For most artists, a year away from the public eye is risky. Momentum can be lost and the industry moves fast. But for Jungkook, the hiatus almost worked in his favor. Absence made the heart grow fonder. When he stepped back into the spotlight earlier this summer, every fan interaction, every new Weverse post, and every public sighting went viral within minutes. It's not just fans who are fueling the Jungkook wave. Music media, always hungry for stories of longevity in a short attention span era, has latched onto his comeback narrative. Billboard has run multiple features about the unusual staying power of Seven. Rolling Stone dedicated a long-form piece to analyzing the production genius of 3D. And streaming platforms themselves have started promoting Jungkook tracks on front-page banners again. When the industry starts acting like a 2-year-old song is new again, you know something extraordinary is happening. And just when the momentum seemed like it couldn't get any higher, August brought the news that Jungkook had been spotted in a recording studio with Charlie Puth again. Fans immediately began to speculate. Is this a follow-up to Left and Right? Is it part of BTS's rumored comeback album? Or could it be Jungkook's next solo single? Whatever the answer, the timing couldn't be more perfect. With 7, 3D, and Standing Next to You dominating charts, a new release could easily push Jungkook into another record-breaking streak. As August 2025 draws to a close, one thing is certain. Jungkook's solo career isn't a side project anymore. It's a global force that exists alongside, and sometimes even beyond, BTS's group activities. The question now is, what happens when he does release new music? Will the next single join 7, 3D, and Standing Next to You in the pantheon of modern pop classics? Or will it break new ground entirely, redefining what K-pop can achieve on the world stage? One thing's for sure, whatever Jungkook does next, the world will be watching and streaming. There's a point in every artist's career when a song stops being just a hit and turns into a legacy track. For Jungkook, 7, 3D, and Standing Next to You have crossed that threshold. You can hear 7 playing in coffee shops in Paris, at sunset beach bars in Bali, and in the background of family gatherings in Brazil. The song has become so embedded in daily life that many casual listeners don't even realize it was released 2 summers ago. Meanwhile, 3D has been adopted by fashion brands for runway shows and TikTok influencers for high-energy edits. In Tokyo, a popular dance crew performs a street version of 3D every weekend in Shibuya, drawing huge crowds. It's more than a track now. It's a moment in culture that refuses to fade. And Standing Next to You has taken on an entirely different emotional role. In August alone, fan videos surfaced of military reunions in Korea where soldiers embraced loved ones to the song's chorus. Jungkook might have written it for a romantic audience, but its meaning has expanded, becoming a universal anthem of presence, loyalty, and love. When Jungkook was discharged from military service earlier this year, the anticipation was palpable. The first photos of him leaving the base, hair slightly longer, posture straight, wearing a simple uniform, were shared millions of times across social media. Fans described feeling like a chapter of history was closing and a new one was opening. And here's the twist. Jungkook didn't rush to release brand new music right away. Instead, he allowed his existing catalog to breathe again. That decision, intentional or not, became a masterstroke. With no competition from a fresh single, fans and media alike naturally gravitated back to 7, 3D, and Standing Next to You. This organic revival proved something powerful. Jungkook's songs are not dependent on release day hype.